Today na the 8th day of September 2022. Well, for we fumble them na the UK, for we waiting at the Commonwealth country them, this we sweet beloved salon. You want for say, let the Queen rest in peace. Yes, let her rest in peace. To Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom. He came into the reigns when she was young and is spending time. Spending time? It all rest today. But we still carry on. A moment of silence for Queen Elizabeth II. Making soul rest in peace. I see President Bio in Facebook page. You don't change the picture where he meets with the Queen. Yeah, I know say he don't send he don't send his own condolence message. Former President my back don't send message. I be watch BBC One at the UK. Then call Kenya, but they don't call you. Where then they talk, where then they give tribute to Ram, like the places she visited. Okay, make more say then we go hide in York. Or maybe they come up with documentary then down the road. We go bring Wika inside. Because I was kind of jealous. Say, wait to. How then call Kenya? I mean, York then say, na yanda that cave they way. Na give you correct story. I give you correct story. Like they like a today so. And for don't call we. But anyway, now the early days. What are they? Listen. Then go call Salon Day. I wonder why British Airways now they go Salon again. But anyway, Lord left down there. This not begging. Not so begging say they can't talk to, I said it's not the morning. Now we expand you. Yeah? Because some man they access say, wait, I will connect by this screen. Well, because we didn't the Commonwealth country. I make Salon connect. Okay. President Bio meet with the school picking in a status yesterday. It was an interesting one though. Interesting. One thing I see at the start of the engagement. President saying for go United Nations about this education business. So I make you say like I listen from the picking them. Not to say me now wait I see. Yeah? Now they talk. But them picking the way them be choose. It's like say the first batch and we don't prep the waiting for go talk. President Bill say like I listen to them waiting and the thing where then they go through. At the school where they think say for. Well then they can begin tell the president thank you no more. Thank you for the free quality education. Thank you. We see the Minister of Education, Dr. Senga Nebubia. Now he stop them for say, no, none of us can tell thank you no more. Because them big one there, now they don't prepare them picking there. But Dr. Senga began for change the format small. We begin watch, they pick the picking them. Them big one they don't prep the picking waiting for go talk. Say for go praise for free quality education. Salman, thank you for the stars. if you want honest truth, na pikin they get am from. Honest truth. If you want an pikin. But sabi pikin the way we get na. And it say this self. Yeah? You tell them for do one thing, he see you, they do the opposite, they call you param. Now so this woman, all day they talk about this other woman. Me, I don't like this auntie here. Because it took get too much. It took get too much. Begin the area. So this other day, now the auntie can house. Now they begin to watch the auntie no more. They been here, they watch her. They been here, they watch her. And the auntie say, "Are you the watch me so?" Now the pikin say, "No, Mama say you get too much. Now the other much now they look for." You see where he pull in Mama in secrets now though? Waiting the Mama can talk behind the auntie. Where he say get too much. Where he come? Because the pikin can begin look for the too much. When I pikin in that one day. I pikin that one day. But for the pikin and for coming, he say, I wish them be. There are some pikin and they will talk. Yeah, waiting they go on. But I wish the teachers then be get their own representative. Waiting no. Because the pikin and we talk, it's like what they talk now. What the teachers then they do? What we all say not correct. What we not say not correct. So the government side, it means like say na in that good parents. Where they do everything correct. And the teachers them, and then I be the bad one them. And so it can look like. But nonetheless, what's in the pikin and say about the teachers then that's true. Teachers the way they ask for buy pamphlet, teachers the way they sell things in a school. We know teachers they do it. I like to kick about thank you for the stars. Now I know the stars are working. I'm fixing and they work just now. But the meeting not been good one. To me. Yeah? That been good one. I be just hope and wish they left them picking for talk. Bang! What's in them picking one talk? Yeah? But the president say in gets for go na UN. If you been watch the hot seat yesterday with the Minister of Information, because a public notice being come out for say the president not they go. Even though as the president returned after that August 10th incident, in order we instantly say get for go. Kumatarali, thank you for the stars. In order we instantly say UN get for go and get for coach here if they go one team. Then after that, we can say the president not they go again. And the foreign minister get for go. Then after that, today he back say, no, it don't change your mind. It they go. But anyway, the team no reach it. So I can't tell you say if they go. But if the minister not confirm to you say if they go and they go, who am I? Who am I? For say no, the president they go. But they wait. The minister says don't tell you say in a part of the delegation. When they say that the Minister of Information, that's what I'm saying. We know say the Minister of Education, he has to be there. We spend a lot by education. 22% of we budget. 22. 9 they go. But still yet, the teachers them. I don't know if you see from the lecturers them, they don't begin complain. Eh? Let us look for them complain, yeah? I look for and let us see. The lecturers, they don't begin complain, no. Say, it's like say soon. If the government pretend like say they know here, yes, Bango say not believe the stars them. You don't try, huh? Why you not believe her? Oh, the stats? People you know to stars. Chef, take a look and say statistics and not say stars. This violence we rank up the stars business. Una try pay we. Na ina the hashtag. With situation is sorry. Is sorry. Bad one. Now the lecturers them where they on government in payroll, then don't pay them. Listen, yeah. The lecturers them where they on government payroll, they don't pay them. Dave Katie, thank you for the stars. Lecturers them where the University of Salon they pay. Where the University of Sierra Leone they pay the lecturers them. Today, they not get their salaries they eat. They not get their leave allowance they eat. Waiting do. That's the question they're asking. The whole government they pay, they don't pay. The whole the university they pay. Salary, leave allowance, they not get it. Ministry of Finance no pay the University of Salon 65 billion leons. Hey! 65 billion leons. Now they get for pay University of Salon. For waiting. Grants in aid. Where the government of Salon, now them, they give the students them. So then grant in aid then they, you know it's in a grant in aid, eh? Not to loan. A grant. Na free. Yeah? Where government they pay for students them where they go take class for free. So them money then they, now government need for pay for them students then they to the university. So in turn the university they use them money then they for pay the lecturers them when not they per government in your payroll. It's confusing. For say government they pay certain lecturers them, the university pay certain lecturers them. Not confuse oh. That's so the game they play. 65 billion old leons. When me say na 65 million leons. Now government get for pay University of Sierra Leone for grant in aid. For students the way they go take class for free. When our government they pay for them classes then they. So we government pay for them classes then they to the university in turn go pay the lecturers them. And just a try from break and all we understand. Also, they not left and do. They say only part payment of government in subvention to the university. Now they don't pay. Mabinti awa, thank you. Only part payment of government in subvention to the university. Now government don't pay. Abdul Wahid Sanko, I beg, please be specific. Specify. Not just give that headline there. I want to understand who that one day they go towards. So we will get common understanding here. Eh? Alright. He said, do ya? Una help ask for we. How they want lecturers them for leave. How they want waiting? Lecturers them for leave. And say, I help ask for them. They send a gentle reminder for say waiting. Then be sign an agreement. You remember how the lecturers then be strike? There was an MOU signed between the between UDAT, the university, and the government of Salone. Alright. Yes, Bangura, I watch you with me neighbor eye. I mean neighbor eye, I watch you with so. How they go? And say, make they not tell and say, then for be grateful. Say governments don't pay most of the lecturers them waiting upon government payroll. Government not waiting. No can tell me say, because I tell you say, the one the way they under government payroll, they don't pay them. The one the way they under the university payroll, university not pay them. When they ask university say because government still owe them. You don't understand now? Eh? Aha. So, the lecturers then they say, no can tell me say, una for glad itself because waiting do, government don't pay some of una. Then they operate a brothers keepers mentality. Not to for say I don't go take me own. Hey, una go try for una own. Not so dandy. Then say, when you not pay one, that means say, forget to say you don't pay the other one day. Eh? When you touch one, you don't touch we all. Man then don't angry una try pay we. Jopi and Elta, thank you for the stars. How you see that kind of statement then? Eh? For say, no can tell me say you don't pay we. We be say you don't pay me brother it. Even though directly not to say now you they can't pay them, but now you supposed for pay the one for pay them. Eh? Now you for pay the one for pay them. So you not pay the one for pay them, even though you don't can pay me directly, you still not pay the one and yet. So for una who go counter, we say, hey bo, na masam, don't pay una. And one day, then we go arrange and say, people are not glady. So myself don't help for sound the alarm na ya. So if you say lecturers then go on strike, no ask say what you do. Because that thing day, we go hearing now from the government own side. For can't tell say, oh, we've paid the one that are on government payroll, we've paid them already, and those that are now so they go come for can defend. Una pay the university, then granting aid money 6.5 million new loans. 65 billion. Me say 65 million new loans. And say man they don't angry, make them try pay them. When they say that statement, what you do say DBN? Quick, we go register 21 days notice for strike. Then they go wait till the strike go into effect. Then what's in the kind side? Left kind side, left. Hey, talk and do the president don't step in. We don't get proactive. For stop something before it be. We're not good at that. And they go find publicity. And they make we name play. Again for happen first. They will step in now. Then say, let's keep it on kind side. It is what it is. That one then I'll be just a quick one. Let's go directly to the program for today, where the president be meet with the school picking them. We be do them live now. We page na Facebook. We also upload them na YouTube. So if you don't watch the entire event, you go find make you watch them. Yeah, but my bit say the president with the school picking the try for well now I meet sweeper today. Just be normal now. Logo 98.1. Let we hear how them be report them.
The Transforming Education Summit, na summit usai policy maker them around the world. They come together and talk about seeing them where they among education and safe, find way for reduce the challenge them where they public planning na member country them. Salon na one pan the member country them where they take part by this summit as education na the flagship program for government. Usai government don't they spend plenty couple na this sector. As the Transforming Education Summit they start September this year, and President Bio na the first Salon president where they co-chair this summit na New York. This may make the president be no all one consultative meeting with school picking them from nursery to SS3 na different government and private school them na the country. For make them pick here, talk about the challenge them where then they get by book learning business na the country. And safe talk about the team where they want President Bio for talk during this summit we go able for address the plenty challenge them where then say then they get by education business na the country. Dr. David Moina Senge, na the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education.
We're here today because the President asked me to invite a cross-section of children from all over the country to come because he has a message for you and he wants to listen to you. Okay.
President Biona asked the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, Dr. David Moinina Senge, for make then get cross-section of school picking them na the country. From every part of the country. I think they're saying 60 picking and then be able to forget. If I know, I stand to be corrected, but I think that be 60. Yeah? So then be able to pick them. How them pick them, I don't know. But 60 picking them. Be able for come na status. It's a privilege for the picking them. For meet with the first gentleman of the country. It's a privilege. Yeah? And I believe say Tego ego left na the mind. Say, I remember I meet with the president. President Bill. Yes, na status. I meet with him. You want to agree? You want to disagree? But I feel see them picking them. You get for left na the mind them.
And so, Your Excellency, my team, working with some civil society organizations and working with the library board, working with across the district, has brought together a cross-section of about 60 students in the basic education sector, from pre-primary, primary, senior secondary, special needs.
You hear from Olusa, You see how he said they count 60, so I correct. I be facing number not be very fine. Eh? How we be able to pick them? Library board, CSOs, and all it across the country. And so then picking them. Eh? Even special needs picking themselves. Eh? Okay.
The youth advisory group from all the district, the children's forum network, and we have adult literacy learners as well who are in basic education who are with us. And we're all here today to listen to you and to answer your request of engaging with us during this period.
Picking them na different school them been start first for tell the president some pan the challenge them we then say then they face na then school them.
One of the most challenges I see which are faced in secondary schools is the fact that teachers are engaged in extra classes.
One. Yeah? Secondary school picking. Now they lay complaints so to the president. He say waiting. Teachers then engage in extra classes. Then extra classes then they. Eh? Enough for you. Take notes. Secondary school picking the lay complain. Extra classes. We not so free. Alright.
You find out that they do not have enough time to teach us in our classrooms because they do know if you do not have notes, you just have to go to their extra classes.
So, if they complain say, and they never get enough time for teach na the classroom them. And when they not give you better notes, you not get any other option but now for enroll for the extra class. We go cost you waiting extra money. Extra class, extra money.
Causing so many failure for pupils who could not afford that amount of money that they may ask for. And so we
Okay. He say then one them we not able to get that kind of money where the teachers then they ask for. Now that they make them can fail. And fail because the teachers they not provide adequate time in a classroom. Then they charge for extra class. If you no participate in the extra class, you're liable for fail the teacher in subject. Then I wait, nothing complain. Saidu Kamara, thank you for the stars. Nothing complain, no.
As for we children living with disability, we face a lot of challenges in our school.
This not the one them we living with disability. The hearing impaired, the blind, you name them. Then self be get their own representative. So then they try to explain to the president their own challenges.
Like our teachers are discriminating us.
Then say then teachers them, they discriminate against them. I know this one where I be am, I was like, okay. I know say we get special needs schools them. So if teacher you they discriminate, why go to the special needs schools then? Or maybe not to the special needs schools then they talk about? Because I went to the Albert Academy and I be there in a classroom with blind students. Each form I get maybe 1 or 2 blind students them. So I don't know if in that situation this speaking they talk for say teachers them they discriminate against them. Say in a school setting where the students they mix, you get special needs, then you get the one that we normal. I hope not. Saying at the special needs school, because if you can't handle them, why are you even going there? Then even if not to say in a specific say in a special needs school, you the teacher, You not sabi for handle. Why should you discriminate? Like I said, man, I live in a classroom with, even when then turn and they chair and table out for get, then who they provide for them. And get to side of this, you know? Among we safe. You know, expect them for come, you know, get for go find chair or table. So how did we get here? For discriminate against them. Yes, I can understand the school setting itself already because some not get ramp steps, the steps them not correct. If somebody they use wheelchair and all these things them. Eh? Okay. But let we listen now first.
Because of they have made a radical inclusion policy, we want to be among all of our colleagues going to school. We are badly in need of furniture.
They say they need furniture. Well, this one, auto teacher they provide furniture. We are badly in need of furniture. Who they provide furniture? Because I see, I don't forget. Maybe you don't watch that video there. I don't forget which school where I don't know, maybe headmaster or principal. They say I think the government some subvention within the game. Now it take build a new classroom, and I see people in the parade with them. So what you see, government the subvention where government they give this particular school. Now the headmaster about the principal don't go take, he don't go build another brand new classroom. Every school in need different. Every school in problem is unique to that particular school. Now good thing it do, yes. It's commendable. But not so because in Duam, you feel to say all the other schools then for Duam. You know the other school and the problem. You know how then they solve her. You know the rate at which this one in your problem there, where you able for take your own subvention and build classroom. How many students he get? Waiting at the case study for make you able to be successful with this one kind of a scheme way in you say government subvention, let's take build classroom. So how will you be able to full up them? Because I see a lot of people they post and they glad, hey, when I saw other school level for do the one they will not do and they not correct, like seriously. Now you make we own problem. Sometimes not to Panadol you need. Sometimes not to Panadol we own need. But because cousin cousin solve your own problem with Panadol, you self begin drink Panadol. You dey drink am for other person problem. You not drink am for you your own problem. Again, I'm not saying wetin that person they do wrong. No. It's commendable. It's a laudable venture. You're able to take government subvention and build school. But that don't mean say all a man for take government subvention build school because you don't know them problem them. All man getting problem. So until that school and they work yourself for chair and table anymore. There is a video where they go around right now. I'm not able for getting the proper interpretation. I don't know if it's an old video, so I don't know. I take them with a pinch of salt, but not that I not feel for the school picking them where they work inside water. The person I maybe they talk so me no sabi dande. Maybe you don't see the video you able to interpret what the person be they talk. The school picking they all touch them bench. They work up our water. Like then they move from one place to another. The video then on social media. But I don't know if it's an old video. Because these days now, propaganda too boku. It's too boku. So you don't know. But I know the dispute say, waiting up in that video, na lie. No. Or you always sabi Mende. Until you don't watch the video, maybe you're able to explain to waiting the person be the talk. But we're not able to establish if it be old one or a new one. But it's like saying a rain cam, you go pull the outside and they study, then all toots, them bench table, even the blackboard, all the toot and go other side. There are so many challenges in education in Sierra Leone. Yeah? This government look at itself challenge don't de. So not of us say now this government can create problem by education. No. But then take and make their flagship program. And most people they say they rush into the free quality education. Okay, we already can say now. How do we fix it? Then they talk about big money. So the president say, well, let me meet with the picking them. Beginning to talk about it in furnitures. Furnitures not ever enough na government or government assisted school. Yeah? Furniture not ever enough. I know who school where they were furniture enough? Show me ba. From how they go school? Maybe you they go private. I say government and government assisted school. Look how private school now. Okay. There we go. The Peking complain first about furniture. Waiting again.
Not as chairs.
Chairs. Okay.
Table.
The table.
Blackboard.
Blackboard.
And other writing material.
And other writing material. Chalk, pen, book, and all those things. So this one not to the teachers them. They don't complain about the teachers them first. That extra class and whatever. And discriminating against students with disability, which is wrong. Totally wrong. But even with society, Sierra Leone. Even Sierra Leone not do well its way it come to living with people with disability. Mary Musa say in Peking self when a private school. Furniture, not they. He vex. Yeah, you know, pay beaucoup money in a private school and they say you know, try with me. They can't follow less go rich and it. You pay that kind of money in a private school and they say furniture, not they. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue.
In different schools, some teachers go to school, but they do not teach.
Okay. They begin and they say, some teachers and they go school. They know they teach. What thing they do?
Pay attention in doing their business.
He said the teacher then they go do business than school. Hey. Okay.
Like selling sweets and other things.
So the teacher then they go... if this shock you for say teacher then they sell sweets gari gone soup, let's add the list now. Yeah, but tombele but your Scott waiting again. Maybe this list what they say maybe na bitrade they need to do it now na sweets no more biscuits. What you teacher be the sell na school? Tell me ba. We one day na the teacher in good books. You get for buy. You get for be a good customer to the teacher. Una always na ya. Una teacher they no sell. Not all teacher be they sell but usabi usef. A business. One teacher be they sell untu. Other than the cow tamu, but he get post in house. It's a bit the hour way they cow the untu. Don't fishball. Fishball with cayenne pepper and Maggi. You sabi, hein? Hey! People, stop. Stop, oh. Ah. All that teacher will be sabi. In mama, and they sell during lunch bread and fry. And the teacher in the coordinate everything. But you know go sit down for sell bread and fry during lunch. So now in mama na they sell. So you the students, you know waiting for happen. Eh? Or buy bread and fry. Okay. Una you own school them. Eh? Most this say, then lucky some man a mission school them now they attend. So then no be get that kind of. In fact, mission school them they give you it so. Okay. Well, some of we now who attend the government and the government. Yes, Bango, I left. He said Mr. Conte be the self fry. Mr. Conte go hear you. Okay. So the beginning of the complaint says still yet. Teachers are still doing business in the classroom. Okay.
Then Pikia continue say, then teacher them know they give them better attention during school hour. Where this make them say, don't they unbox them book learning business?
Teachers in our school, they don't encourage children to be learned well.
Hey, one thing that I really admire, the picking name, we go na status, they're well articulated. They're able to pass the message well. Eh? Bendu kama say tawail, then we get kondo. Eh, bendu tawail. Okay. Me a kibo bet me go. Eh? Below they go no more.
Children are cared about. Attention is good.
Attention good. He said the teachers then they know they pay attention to the school picking them. Oh, Papa God, Epo do ya? Make we get teachers them we able for identify smart picking them. Side who side the parents then fail na us. The teachers them for able to identify. There should be that bond with the teachers we been get them. I don't know if nursery and from class 1 to class 3, yeah, in the 80s, in the 70s, I'm not going to say 90s and in the 2000s, I don't know, but in the 70s and 80s, from nursery, class 1 to class 3, now mama dem be in a classroom. Eh? What say mama dem? Like mama they were very caring for the picking them. Because at that age, at that particular age, they say catch them when they are young. You want to make the legs school? You want to find the potential inside them? That's the time. Pre-primary school and primary school 1 to 3. I remember vividly. But now, it's like the teachers them, no disrespect to the profession, but some man na rainy go with the. Na the geg go for good geg. Not all, but to agree with me say some teachers then at geg then go geg. Eh? Okay.
People need attention, and kids as well need attention.
People they need attention, the pikin they need attention, the teachers them need attention. Most this saying can remember Mrs. Kamara class 2 and Mrs. K class 3. We all remember fine no more from that class 1 to class 3. Now mama them, now them be there. Like the bond was so strong, like the caring was there. Go class 1 to class 3 now let's see that they meet today. Eh? Go there, let's see that they go meet today. Okay.
Conducive classrooms and toilet facility.
That one day, not to the teacher them. Oh. That one day, not to the teacher them. Toilet facility, not to them. Oh. So all they pinpoint by the teacher they own, not to the normal. The school administration and the government then get their own part them for play.
Some teachers, if you sat your exam, maybe you try or maybe you don't try, they will tell you that buy this, if you don't buy it, I'll fail you.
They begin and say, some teachers them exam, then go tell you say, buy this so. If you not buy them, you dey fail. That is wrong. Teachers them. Wrong.
So I'm here to plead to the president to help us.
Teachers don't teach us anymore because they use pamphlets in school.
Teacher they don't teach anymore because they think a pamphlet than they use. You can't buy me pamphlet, I tell you say open to page 3. So what's happen to the free quality education books them? What's happen to them books then? When at the school beginning they talk so. Bendu Kamara say teacher be take them on a weekend. When be the cause trouble la house. Mrs. Lawson na be in name. Okay.
If you don't have the pamphlet, they will not copy notes for you. They will say go and go to your companion. Some of us do not.
You don't see? If you not get in pamphlet, it is say let go lent to your company. So if you not get money for buy that pamphlet today, why do we still have it? Why you still get pamphlet business themselves? Alright.
Have the money to afford that pamphlet.
We lack of school buildings and we lack of water supply in our school.
Not to teachers and they provide school building. Not to teachers and they provide water supply. School administration, government. Now when I work never end. Okay.
One of the problems that girls are facing in schools, teachers are now approaching girls in school.
Hey, he said teacher and the young school picking them. Teacher and the young school picking them at school. Hey. Okay, taboo.
Not give them the chance to study. They will say, I want you. If you say no, even if you pass that particular subject, they will fail you for that.
So the teachers them then say that the young is not the school picking and they talk. Now the school picking and they talk say teacher then they young them. Even if you pass in subjects, once you don't say no to that teacher, then they fail you. So, how do we campaign for this? Not for the... Because first of all, not to say now we begin. Not to now we begin. Yeah? Not to now we begin. But how we go campaign against this? How we go make them school picking and no say? They're not for giving to them teachers them. How? For say them self get power? Or is it then word against the teacher in word? How go do am back? Make school picking back no day. You know they study you. Instead they make that kind of way to the school bobo them. But when the teacher want discipline them, he go back, he go say, well, the teacher say he wants me. But we need for find way for fix that one day so that it not happen. We need her. For fame way for make the teacher self, he gets him in respect. He do the correct thing. The students back getting respect. Himself do the correct thing. Eh? Okay.
Then Pikia be same way so tell thank you to President Bio for this kind engagement where he get with them.
I want to express my thanks and appreciation to the Minister of Education for such a wonderful thing like this, and even the President.
Africa is a very nice country, and I want to give a compliment to Sierra Leone and the President. Sierra Leone is the best country I can ever see in this world. And to the President, I think the President is doing a good job. I just want to say a big thank you to you, President. God bless you.
Big thank you to the President. God bless him. Okay.
Mama Awajaya, where they attend the Nyapui Senior Secondary School of Excellence, na Kenema District, na one pani pikine, we get for go pa this summit, and na this, it be gets for say.
I'm so very pleased because I did remotely participation in the pre-summit in Paris, and I'm so very thankful to the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education for bringing in youth in the forefront of decision making.
Where they respond for seka online concern, we don't come out from them school pikia. The President Julius Madabio been start first for talk about how important the Transforming Education Summit, Depa Buklan in Business na Salon.
I am going to be chairing the meeting at the highest level in the world.
Hey! Dipa. Ayaisa. Eh? The President say, he get for chair the meeting. The highest level in the world. Hey! Salon. Dipa, sir. Uderi?
With the UN Secretary General. Now, me this do with them. We chair that meeting. And that meeting then about education.
Eh?
But I cannot go to that meeting without talking to you. Because I will only be representing my own voice if I did so. So that is why I have called this meeting.
Parliamentarian. First of all, it's a good initiative for the president to do. But I must tell the president don't go represent you, not call meeting. But not to say because you know we don't call Antrade, enough for call her now. Eh? Let's just get understanding here. Eh? Not to say because you know we call Antrade, enough for call her now. But you don't go boku. We not call meeting pa. But fine, we call this one. At least he call him. But they are parliamentarian them. I must tell una don't go. Talk na parliament, una not call meeting. The president say, you know, go talk if he go talk na in voice. I must tell una don't go use una own voice them una no consider the people una they represent. And so myself think. Dipa, continue, sir.
In Keyon say, the concern them with them Pikia don't raise and go work with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education and other partner them for CC, they address them.
Coming from you, I want to say a big thank you. And furniture keeps coming up, the lack of furniture.
Bam. The president, he picked up part today, the lack of furniture. Eh?
The lack of attention to kids in school.
Wait, so, Mr. President, let's talk about the bathroom or toilet facility. Okay, well, all right.
By teachers, this is a conversation we are going to have with our teachers so that they pay more attention and stop making moves to girls at that age, hands off our girls.
Yes, hands off our girls. Mm-hmm.
It is too early. Women can be the best partners in development and they can lead development, but we must groom and nurture them. At school also, like the lady from Amadia said, wash facilities.
Bam, exactly, sir.
It's very important.
Very important.
They should be able to access water and decent toilet facilities.
That's true. Water and decent toilet facilities. But not to school no more. Hey, Papa God. Hey, tomorrow. I beg no miss tomorrow. Tomorrow no miss. AS Bango, I beg, turn and down, turn and down, turn and down, turn and down, please. Because tomorrow, yeah, they can't talk. Because the president, they talk about wash facilities in Sierra Leone. Even in big offices, you don't get man go big them for use the restroom. No. Even in big offices. But you know what's in the other big problem? Now water. But again, you for always get water in place. Water, anyone. Seriously. Because dans salon, the toilet facilities there. Now host them. Then be compound them. I said tomorrow they can't talk. They can't talk tomorrow. Because the schools they're not good for talk. Nasty now understatement. For toilet facilities, even in big offices. Seriously. Some place where you go, you say, you are use restroom, where you go inside, the all thing they lost by you. All thing they lost. You come back full. Come on. Why? Hi. Alright. One for tell Radio Democracy thinking and 98.1. Because now through them, make me you able for your this. Toilet facility in a salon. Hey, I say, where you go there? The thing we catch you, can you go there? The loss. It a loss in Sierra Leone. We get for do better. We get for do pass better. Hey, Papa God. Now wait tomorrow. Let's bring in Alpha. Let we waiting he get for we. Welcome on board, Alpha. Get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tipuli, for bringing me on board this wonderful show, the One Pot Show. I want to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning to every lovely listeners all over the world. Because we did different parts, and I make we give greeting them in different timing. You know, so some man can say, why this brother can always say good morning, good afternoon, you know. But slack on to the point. AAA, I think say the government they do well because then they listen to we at this platform. I could remember very well where the government starts for engage stakeholders them. We talk at this platform, say, look, we not the only look, say, for call the imam, the pastors, you know, let the government, let the president go down more, talk to the youth man there. Man, I could remember very well, say we talk on this platform. So if you don't go to the school, pick it up, I think that's a wonderful and a great thing. Of course, for me, I learned a lot from this whole presentation when them pick here and do, and I want for make them very clearly. You see, the president and his entire cabinet ministers, they've done a lot to bring this free education. See what I talk here, I not say free quality, and they can't tell you what to make us say free education. Simply, if you listen to the entire submission of every of them picking them day, it's about summarize all what's in the beginning talk now the quality aspects that lost. The quality aspect that totally lost by the education. And everything with them pick here say, trust me, if the government want for see quality, these are the things to be addressed. Then will they get quality in the free quality education way then they undertake. But apart from that, we will continue to forget many picking at school. We will continue to forget, we don't get retention, we don't get admission into schools. The number are so high. But the things that when they happen into the school, they continue for discourage the picking for either not go school or for left school. Yeah. All right. Fortunately for me, AAA, I think what they say, I don't say on this platform. I did work with Plan International, and then one other civil society organization called MatCorp. We do a project to them called Girls Education Challenge. Yeah, who we cover Bombali and Koinadugu districts. Waiting are the reason we make picking and they left school, picking and they get belly, girl picking them in general. If you take the trend, triple A and me listeners them, the amount of girl picking them when they start for go school, la primary, from nursery, primary, as then they go up, now so the number they decline. Now so the number they decline. By the time they reach university, check the number of the picking we don't left school, we don't drop out of school. It also increase that. Trust me, we are just looking at this thing, but people that can bring politics into development, that's some of the issues in the wire. So when we look at that in the triple, all what in PKRC, it answer we findings them. Yeah. So for me, what the president for do not only okay, we will engage the necessary people that we get concerned, but what are the actions? What are the action points? Okay, this XYZ, not only say we go engage the necessary authorities them so that we will address them to you. No, that's just policy statement. That's just a blanket statement. Yeah. But waiting first will they begin to the action point say for even if I not the minister will take from this point, will they begin engage them here? Will they begin, so it's very, very clear that the quality aspect of the education, 9 MPK and don't bring council. Now go back to the first point where I want for talk on Tripoli. The beginning say they know they get the attention of the teachers. Tripoli, not to magic. Teachers are human beings. If you get 90 picking in a class, oh boy, let's be realistic now. Yeah. That teacher way come for go teach for na rest, he don't eat. Before 12 o'clock, he don't angry, he don't tire. Triple A. For they pay attention to 90 picking them, 95 picking them in one classroom. Tell me where is the quality in this? In this part of this world, what we do, we see when you picking absent, you teacher they call you. To tell you say again number. For tell you say they're not boku na class like when interesting. Like just share one joke. One me colleague picking common Africa, they can't school like the picking way they talk, people interesting, in voice too loud. So the teacher writes the parents the email and say, no, you picking they make too much noise in a class. So if not, let the parents then come and one get meeting with them. So fortunately, they invite me for that meeting day. When the teacher they don't give the complaint, say the picking they shout too much where they talk, even when they talk normal, they raise in voice. Triple A, interesting, yeah. Now ask the teacher, say, have you ever got an experience from a classroom where you have like 50, 60 kids in one class? Imagine teacher we don't teach now for more than 10, 15 years. They say the highest picking we don't get in class now 15. So if you get 15 picking in your class, they no need for yell or for Allah or raise their hand right up where one talk for little. What are they bring come now? The quality aspect we miss in this whole project. For me, the government should have, even when they don't launch this thing, therefore don't get a whole branch of this project or of this thing where now in the address the quality. The enrollment is good, 100%, but the quality. See the other point where the picking say. Teachers and they sell pamphlets. You can't dare it in this part of the world. You sell pamphlets, picking. In fact, before you start course now, they don't give you the curriculum. They don't give all books for study. Go to library, they. So this is the quality we lost by this education. So for me, when people say free quality education, I beg to differ. We have free education, but no quality is there. Like I say, the teacher get 90, 95. He get from mark all them papers then they. They don't even pay attention past themselves. So at the end of the day, the teacher, in fact, strike in prevention, you make mention of said some of the lecturers in the complaint, which is but very true. Imagine lecturer get 90. I get one my friend, same age mates, young guy. Yeah, the lecturer for big college. Where it show me in pile of paper, Allah. He gets over 150 papers for mark. Tell me if you go pay attention to all details. So if we won't forget the quality aspect, I think, Mr. President, the papa for his country, let's sit down back, let them form a whole department or branch when they address the quality aspect of the education. Look at the attitude of the teachers to the beginning. Like what you they say, not to today begin. Yes, we 100% agree. Say most of all of the challenges are not to today begin. But again, no other government no can campaign on free quality education. This is the government that campaign on that. So we are expecting to see the quality aspect improve in this system of education. Yeah. The begin and talk say teacher then they yarn them say go to university. Then that one is very very common as Sierra Leone. Me when me kaya triple while they study. Now me na the first time when me don't say I don't know for America or other parts. We they grade the teacher with professor. Then they give we form. We at the end of the course. Then they give we form. We assess the professor. We submit and give the department. If he fail, na problem. You know, then get mind do an salon. They no go do am because we professors, the lecturers, and are lord over the picking them. You not get mind call the professor na Sierra Leone by name. Me that thing they then correct me. I say to today where they go class, then they correct me because I don't use her for call me professor this. He say no, call me by name. Ray, call me this, call me that. They say when you reduce all them barrier there, they make the picking get connection to you. But hey, we own auntie this, uncle this, Mr. this, professor this, doctor this. So all them they are very, very important for the begin them pay more attention at class. Another point I want for talk we touch me where the president talk. I wish this team we don't start them before this time. When say you not go per the UN talk, education talk, we not listen to the picking them. God wonderful, triple A. I wish now so all the politicians then they do. They not go ever go make decision without talking to the people. I said it yesterday. Our politicians and parliamentarians, they've made hundreds of laws on behalf of the people. But I tell you, none, if possible. Then only few go able go back to them people and they make them a self in a village. They understand saying that this kind of law in the campus. Instead, they will just sign, they will just go. Now, then they quote themselves. They will never quote the constituency. So for me, it's always when and now the president here. Trust me, if he may not start them, like what I can tell people and say, even the People's Manifesto where the SLPP get, so they use. Trust me, now few politicians then come together and put them together. They not go back to the communities. They not go down yonder for make them get the people and their input in their constitution and their manifesto then they. So waiting they happen with politicians and they continue for guide we, then they continue for control we. And trust me, like I said yesterday, there is no qualification to become a politician. No qualification. Yeah. And the last one I will say is teachers and they sell pamphlet. I think I don't say that one. Okay. The other point I want to talk lastly, where the beginning talk the wash facility. All this contributes to the quality where they talk about. You get a whole school. Yeah, I attended government school till like entered university. The whole school, if you see the toilets, where you go, like what they say, your uniform, all they smell, triple A. Imagine, girl picking, then they get, and then they see the menstrual period, then they go inside the kind place, then they for go take care of themselves. Not so more disease than they thought. Then we talk in a quality education. And the sad part of it, I can always say this. Most of we ministers, they already talk so. Then picking and not they go to government school, then they send in a private school. Somebody they text one, bring this topic up, say, and Ben Kefala and picking don't go and he wash. I say yes, Nana he go and he wash. From start to side begin. Is it government school? No. And even and he wash, then they climb for privatizer. So none of them picking and not they go to then government school. Yeah, when they face the problem there. You see? So for me, I think the government get a lot for do for ensure say the quality aspect of the education is being established. The quality aspect of the education is not only established but be sustained. Let be a law. This is not the other thing people will not get. We can, government. I think that the network. I think the last point I will say this free quality education where the government they say so. I announce this to with listeners them. This thing not a law and it not ever pass in a parliament as law. So waiting they happen. If this government lost power today, trust me, any other government will come, then get all rights for ban this free quality education. So for let this thing be sustainable, before this parliament they sit down, the last sit down, me are the big, let them pass this as law, so that at least we don't get say free education in Sierra Leone, na law. But apart from that, trust me, it can be changed within a twinkle of an eye. Not a law, and it's just a political tool where the governments they use as their flagship project. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Look out, Tony. Let me hear you. Waiting in get for you. Welcome on board, Tony. Get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Kusha and Kabo family. I think one way the Ministry of Education therefore make sure some of them challenges and the way the picking they face will go make school business improve na salon. We all know when they go school and get school supervisors them. You understand? I feel say if they want to make everything effective and able to point out some of the challenges that within the face, because they point out a lot of things then when they sell pamphlets, extra classes, the teacher in the sell things then at school or snack or cookery or this or whatever, you understand? If they invest more on supervisors. You remember when you get supervisors, most times those guys they come at school unannounced. They know they give information that they come and everything. That will help because the essence why you get school supervisors the way they come, they're not they just come look at the building and everything, but they come for assess. They get certain parameters the way they look at. They get for look at the teacher in lesson notes. They get for look at several things. They get for look at the accommodation. They get for look at the environment. They get for look at how organized the classroom they be, how prepared and everything. So they get a lot of things they wouldn't they look at, and most of them things that they wouldn't they look at. Now for able for improve the learning environment, how for make picking and go able for become more convenient in the learning zones. So even if they want for make them more in standardized in a form for make one step further, so at least the beginning they can able get a suggestion box. Now the schools them. You understand where some of the principals or the administrators or headmasters at the school go able for bringing into the school system. Wherein if picking they get things the way they feel say if they say them or they write the name, they go bring problem or they go give the issue at the school or problem with the teachers. Let them get a suggestion box wherein. And those things should be treated with seriousness, not to just say, okay, they don't like this, and some of the principals themselves, if possible, try for make the teachers and they hand over them weekly lesson notes to whoever at the head of the schools or whatever. So you be able for review, you be able for see that the teachers not just the kind of school can give pamphlets or the teachers not, but you able for talk from a standpoint of confidence that Mr. Kamara they come school every day and listening lesson notes. So make them at least the ministry can able for bring that in. We're in every school because I remember the time that we did about George Williams, about Williams camp. You understand? Every lecturer, I palmed in this and they submit 10 questions. In fact, they submit 20 questions. And from your questions, that they even know which question will come during your exams because you get what's it called? Now then they select 10 question answers. I think 6 question answer 4. They kind of which I don't remember again. You understand? So if you get them things then the way you get proper supervision now the school then because I'll tell you something, the minister not going for do everything. You understand? Because basically he's the head and everything, but they do so much that you understand. For me, I really commend them because you not just sit down in office now, you building or sit down somewhere that they can't give data or give information. No, he's involved. He's been on the forefront. He's able for access. You see so many times where they post and everything. He's able to get first hand. And some of the picking away you get that kind of situation where you get one-on-one with them. You they learn more cooking. You did not plenty things. So imagine you get a situation at school where you get supervision, you get supervisors, then where they come. Then go for them to talk. Then go for they bring some of them things steady. So they get for actually see how they can for invest in that area. They get more school supervisors. Make sure say each district headquarter gets a head office way, not to just office way, just they like how we can see some office, no, but make them more vibrant, make them more effective. We give them the tools because sometimes these people not get the tools and go tell you say they not get transport for go do supervision at school. And education not cheap. Any kind way they look at, even at the Western world, they not cheap. It's very expensive. So if we really want to build with educational system for make it become that quality we all the drive for, because it's a process. Quality not they come overnight. It's especially when you talk about education, it's a whole process. It takes days because now this is not picking there. You understand? It's not so just like adults, like we find us with cognitive power, then we able at one glance to be able to forget things done. No. But once you get them with they have to invest more in the logistics, they have to invest more in tools. So the supervisors them, where they go for them for go look at the schools there, when are basically not then just like because basically what their job is like doing an audit. Then they come to assess and give their own views and everything and call the principal and talk to them and say, these and these and these are the findings and what we see. And you need to work on them when they call them. If they begin to do them things, then I'm not say they know they do them, but they therefore put more weight on them so it become more effective. Then the other area where I feel say when they mention about now furnitures. Furnitures, for example, I've been saying this one thing now. We get timber and salon. Never mind, we export a lot right now. You can establish a national workshop. I don't say this now. You get institutions the one we can build upon. National workshop where not for everything. The reason why you establish some of them things that they because you want for spend smart, you want for be prudent in you spend it, you want for make sure so you cut costs. When you look at the bureaucracy in putting order for my benches and chairs for the schools, then they get to go through so many whatever. But if you get like a national workshop where so you get most of them young man where they na base where they do certain things that you give them the tools, you recruit them and bring them come into them workshops the day and make sure so you pay them. When government offices, government schools or whatever, ministry or departments or agency need furnitures, they can get some of their furniture from them workshops they will get. You find out that it make them more cheaper, you're able to save more because I listen to the Irish aid lady today. I don't know. I mean, today they get this program where they get have been too money. Well, it mentioned two things where I take from her. He said the government therefore make sure so they able to control leakage in recommendation the way immediately. He said leakage now one, corruption now other two, and then go for make sure say so if you find out say if you're able to cut down on leakages on certain things because for STEM and school business, yes, it's very important because you find out say 21% of the budget is going there. But then go for make sure say some of this money when they spend yield the intended purpose, not to just say one person they sit down no more in salary alone go pay 5 teachers because you find out say they got so many experts and there's so many consultants and there's so many this and some of the money the way they tell you say we are spending 21% of our education on this to this, but they go to schools. No, if you look at some of them things, then they critically the consultants the way they hire, or consultants the farms the way they hire, then they take the bulk. You go see one day person they pay almost $1,000. Whether one money that $5,000 or $3,000, go to pay 4, 5, 6 supervisors or we go supervise school. So they therefore make sure say some of them money then when they spend way not they bring too much value, when not they add value too much, they can cut them side and day. When I leak it, that way when I wastage. You understand? And see how you go for spend smart. But again, we get for invest in institutions and as alone. If we want for really get the country moving, we want for make sure because mind you, we they spend more outside than waiting they come in. You understand? So which means we get a favorable balance of payments or favorable balance of trade because we money we spend more outside. Certain things that we need for get the initiative, we need for create job na salon. Where if you get institution the way they make them thing they want mention like their furniture. What you basically need now the machinery. You understand? You go Guinea, you see some of them bid the way they make. You go Fishing and Dubai them pull them bid. The only difference is the machinery. If we get the tools, the machinery for make some of them things, revamp get a national workshop where now government owned. You get guys them where they but we're going to save money. That's in they say one school there na Gaia, we not get chairs, benches and chairs there. Then just they put in order. Once they put in, not that they get them free, no, they are not getting it free, but they're getting it at a cost wherein the people that when they work themselves, at the end of the day, they get paid, they get money. If they say you build the new chairs then for waiting room or for conference room, you just to put in order another institution. That's how you build. That's how you spend prudently. So I mean, basically, now that's not my own area where I'm more for talk about Abraham.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Who's friend? Welcome on board, sir. You get the platform.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chipule, for giving me the platform. Okay, all right, yeah, okay. Regarding this issue of the people eating that meet up with the president, I believe say the idea is good actually. Commission have been watching, but the point here is how far some of them here get for yield benefits. Because we don't hear it from different picking and they would don't talk regarding what they need. But the facilities, the more we will be insisted and cry for though, then point them out because some beginning, I remember them point out the challenges them would face or we will bring up first. The first one, some of them now, one of the one shift, because the other picking them, they ask for let them try the one shift, no wonder to shift because and see they affect them. Obviously government will look into that. And then some of them even talk about the economy. Now they accept the free education, but some other areas wouldn't cite out. Another challenge that the economy now wouldn't want to let it go be okay. But I remember one picking talk say, well, the mama, they for look after them, so that they'll be able to survive, for support them for kind of school. But waiting him drive for express this that say like the economy good. If the school education free, okay, let the economy go. So the mama said will survive for doing all that things. What was saying that the education, no more you could just eat. It's again for pay and eat and other things. So those are the areas back up the government get for low. So that the economy not go be like steroid them, no more own pain. Steroids that we just they can't give for build up. You get for be still natural. We get for get a system we say education value and because we all know say education now important thing where they help you become self-reliant to be able to do what you need for do. And the government self understand that, but the area is that how whose route would then go able for enter, would then go able for do that thing there. But what me just want for say in a summary because you say no say along and the point here is that about education and get for value and because Jesus said now that he get for bring up regarding all the extra cashes them who don't come in the country. In other words, what they say funding, how they manage them. In other words, the counting the cost, the counting the area outside you see say the money don't come inside, how you spend them out, and which you able for disburse them towards what you need. Because we know see money be don't come, there is an issue there. I mean some areas the government will not spend money like the DSTI. We see a big amount of money from 2019. Then they say for digitalize, we don't know how that program go. And at the same person, we see them move from that area, they care and go education. And now they see back funds then they come from Turkey. Turkey funds and they can't they list again like somehow a bit too much money they can't use now for help the schools them for let them go build spaces. And then go already AYVO the minister have been talking about that in this but Mr. They don't see him by a tweet. So then they give a lot of money to 6 countries then. But the point here is how people in the getting money are they tricking behind it or are they gonna get it the right way? Because even when you see the money, particular money from Turkey, how they disburse them, where they count towards education, they be done disburse some time ago where the minister go with some other ministers and back from other countries, 6 Asian countries and so on. I mean African countries, in total of 6. They go, they award them this money. Then now the money now later now don't promise for give out. But again, we see some people and they say the president go there. But it go there after. When we don't give them money there to all the other countries. So they ask again, why in get for go? We see because they ain't go there then go gear. But the story behind it, they see in the scene we ain't go there then go gear. But when you look at the timeline of that project, they will get for count with some money at the country and use them well. And also say there is need for letting even go. They say that go we go, now him bring the money. So that one is like questionable thing. But the point here I will say when NGOs them and funds they come and government money and donor agents and government other external factors they donate money, I believe say now the way we now get for take and now use and we not go overlap and then now get transparency. But money on this kind of that country they not go just be in a country when economic steroids just try for build we not get natural one. Yeah, it's an education system where you want let the economy you go able for go before everyone now for everyone who get for work. So not to everyone or somebody they exploit somebody through your education self. So what that means? That means what the government get for try look into, then get for look to vocational education, how they get for extend them, then get for look to their practical education, where the room would be, where the picking them will begin to learn. some things from primary school down they go. But again, we see them they bring inside transition of the syllabus where then they try for arrange now. Or then they bring social story, civic education, and so on. But the point here is, are they structured with based on waiting the kind inside and the outputs? And I want to know maybe just the question here because I need to bring all this. But then they will see me observe on that one day. Now, at point where they see say like children then waiting, then they learn and perceive. So now for the challenge that an early stage, you try for even break that barrier of them waiting, then they get from the public and understand. Because one particular became a they call Alex Pandam meeting day. Alex did the big problems with the president. As the president can I be in the beginning, they torment, they move. Now the president says, sit down, shut his mouth, keep quiet. But I believe there was something where they want Alex who nobody not be able to identify. And Alex should have been one of the main points of that meeting they wouldn't for address. What did they see in Alex? Because the point when they asked Alex, he said, well, what is my name? Nine is a na you na SLPP, which was like funny in the sense because the president view the ask me waiting at my name. Now the president view actually or call him whatever names or call him real name. But the point when it begins when they ask waiting at my name, that the president they ask the people in your name, they say, well, you na SLPP. But what did that mean? It means quite a lot. You see, it became also because Bio was easy to call. Mada the singer. If for real is, but because of the environment where it became find himself, he don't indicate in here with this are the SLPP them or any name like SLPP. So one day call the picking, as he see the face, as he hear the voice, he say you name SLPP. So it was very, very serious for not address that issue. They say, even they even go, I don't say they go to the picking house, then go call teacher because the same Alex again. The time when the president they pass now for that corridor, so they pass now they call him alleyway for letting go take picture back. Alex meets now back with a teacher with somebody else. He says, so now Alex this talk, shaking hand, he passed. But Alex was somebody who is subject where been actually portray another part of the thing where most of the time when they talk about engaging them, for them go know, where they go able to find out. But only hope so they take note into that. And I only hope so then go establish more in terms of that civic education wouldn't they help and that adult education because one person will be for adult education will be go, they will go represent. Will not be mechanic, somebody who they do some things. But all that they try to see is that the challenges and there in infrastructure, the challenges and there in payment, the challenges and there in subvention, the challenges and there, especially this water facility, wash facility, we see recently now few people and go donate and help for schools them with them they get. They don't go do the survey, they don't do the audits, they don't bring them come. But I don't even know from that stage they if they just put on or then they wait for their funds there would they come because the funds there would they come. Two way talking they give and another fund they come from this other meeting where they go that education summit where the minister they go back. So all them things there they get for currency a lot of small money them. But when you counting the cost and counting what he come on, I really be concerned about here counting the cost and what they don't do from waiting don't come inside. Not there is nothing going on, but it's counting the cost. If a waiting they don't give una, if it equivalent to waiting una don't do in terms of the education, that I want to be concerned here no more because I know say it diverse. But so far so good. Make a left hand day because I believe say all I know. For the government go able to look waiting, you go talk say, go exploit nobody, you go get that self-confidence where you don't get the small education in any, whether it's formal or informal, and then you become independence, and then the responsibility and that democratic involvement go there for you, the citizen will partake in that education. Also education we go learn for can exploit, own a lawyer, or own a this, but an education where be saying you go able to learn a skill for legal progress. But there is quite a lot of challenges we involve there, we I believe say they then therefore look into where the picking and bring camp. And thanks a lot and thanks to all man. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend. When Alphabet they talk about they say in the say free education. I believe say when this free quality education starts, we've been saying that here. Not a free education self we get. Now free school fee we get. Free school fee. Government they pay school fee for the picking them. Yeah? the amount where government they pay for school fee. Yeah, some picking maybe 60,000, 80,000 per term. One grain bag na 250,000. The books. We talk to the camera, we go do back to school. Go listen waiting at the prices them. So the thing the way the mama then they pay. A pass waiting government they pay. Yeah? But a free quality education. Now make an okay like for even go inside it. Government they pay school fee. And school fee government they pay. The bag, the uniform, the shoes, the clothes. Where the parents then they pay. Expensive pass waiting government they pay. And that word free. That will get back. Well, now we like for say, oh, world best, world best. So why not? It's free quality education. If we get world best, if we get stock and do, then why not? Why not free quality education? So I beg, now free quality education. Yes, caller, how would they talk to, please?
Because one season I call from the US.
Yes, sir. You get 3 minutes.
All right, thank you. I want to make the president able to address some problem they have because they are them too much. You know? Because the problem are all of them because outline so. You know, and exactly they happen. You know, the quality, the basic necessity, the amenities and all that you talk about. So, you learn to need it. Say, other for sanitation within the schools. Because the numbers of the same work did in one class for me. Boku. You learn to it. I don't know why now. You need step up. Because this education, I am a flagship. The current champion now. At all cost. 22%, because that's what I've been talking at 21%. Now 22% they allocate. And the budget salary that allocates on the education. You know? How did they use the money? I had the problem. You know? It's unfortunate. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. How best I will do. Because if you see the kind of UN, so like we don't go for one financial meeting in London, we will go do over this education. It's still. We hope and pray. All right, sir. Thank you, boss.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. Yes, Ezekiel, 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple. First of all, I want to definitely say thank you to the president for sitting down and listening to the kingdom. Like what TV say, never. It's okay for late be late than never. So we okay with that. Then we left out for a different topic, but that was part of I go see the positive side of the protest. So the issues when we get in the country, we come to everything too much. But there are certain things we overlap now, and it makes sense. Like we all they complain about infrastructure. We come to water and cleanliness. Then they not to school no more. Now. How many times we don't they talk about that? Toilet, a big deal in that country, and we don't they sound the alarm. Minister of Tourism, where they go out for let people and come. Would they tell you say then people are then value that thing? You go see them they dress careless one, but we come to the bathroom, the one way they enter place, where he, feel for sit down there and read the book, But water and toilets, a big problem in that country, and so where the school picking and they are point that day out, it's unfortunate that I would say this, but the school where then they complain about toilets business, we go in the house, it's not better either. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but that is the reality of the Freetown and the cities that we will get. Complain about school toilet, you go in a house, it's not better either. We get problem with this big time in Sierra Leone. Where would they talk about development, toilets? Now, big time problem than they will get in that country. There. So, Mr. President, not for just here read and do something about this water business. If not done this, if we want that away, now done no more focus on for let water in a Freetown. Let water flow. Like it flow. You enter that gate. Quality education, but water is necessary, very important for this whole process. Lord find we have for bring water in Freetown. By now, like it per flow. So thank you so much, AAA. And the government keep looking into all the here. God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you too, Ezekiel. Yes, call on our WhatsApp. You get the platform. Who do we talk to?
Yeah, I'm AAA. This is man Mosday.
Yeah, you did far, but
you hear me?
Yes, they get you now.
Much better now, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the opportunity, and I just want to say hello to all the family in the house. Look, I just want to make a quick contribution to this topic today, or general topic, and generally actually. First and foremost, I want to give kudos to all the picking that we been doing at that program, and I was so impressive to see how bold and free them been there for able to express themselves. Yeah, so at least I was really impressive for see that, especially that in Sierra Leone, for that to happen in Sierra Leone. I'm very impressive. But the only thing I want to say is you see this free and so-called free and quality education. I just want to say, from my own opinion, a very an excellent initiative. Actually, okay. Certain things and I want to say no more we country, fine when because of this deep partisan thing we have in our country there. When somebody else come with something very good, the initiative good for the entire country, just because we are not in at the same line, same party, we are not intend for them. That's not good. If them people, if they're not execute well, if they not do well if they not do them according to how the things say, that's fine. That's all right. Then we come together and bring our own ideas of how best we can fix them. And if it's really, as I say, if a really good thing for the country, let we hold on to them. If they left power, just like what Alpha said, there is a danger here because this thing is not legislated. There's a danger that say if another person come, another party come, then go just want to come aside. But if a good thing in education, I think we should hold on to it. Bring your own ideas on that, and we can get the quality of it. Because it's not just, we don't go far back for a long time. We're not just therefore expect things change overnight. It's going to take a while. But if we will build onto it and move from there, I think that's my only contribution I get for say. The danger is this partisan business because now this person don't bring this and we're not in a same club. So now no go. I think that's route, and I don't think we should go that route anyway. That's my only observation and contribution I want to make. Thank you again for this opportunity, AAA.
Thank you very much, man. Yes, Bex, you get the platform. 3 minutes, sir.
First and foremost, I want to talk about the teachers in first, because now then they won't start it. Where I see a lot of people that blame the teachers, say they sell Gary, they sell Pamai, they sell this, they sell book, they sell that. You can't blame the teacher. In the first place, almost in the pay teacher. The salary never for keep a teacher for making him buy a bicycle for making ride going to school. You have a pie. You for look for lift. The salary you never keep on for late paying like house rent, bill in your life. You for look for another side show. But who say a government wants structure education and the teacher salary from those teacher don't know say a month and they give me let's just assume say $800 or $1,000 a month. You know okay kalu na that school. You can not see them go sack up. Who say go get job. They don't get anything when they committed to the teacher. Even we own them say oh they go school. Teacher may pay them better salary. Most of the teacher and mami cook them they go on the inside, then they get the student they come to class. And so then they survive. But if you go back, we're talking about the West, look one teacher, how much it earn as salary. It's not that big, but at least you keep them for the next 30 days, even if you pay in transportation, in feeding, in family, in health, or that you able to keep them for the next month. But look with teacher. I know some teachers, and since I did primary school, they secondary, I don't did this age so. They say they not even get bicycle, not even a house. Some they teach, they retired, they don't get nothing. Why? The system, it corrupts. And secondly, how you want to make a quality education? If they're telling a quantity education in South Nasser, will listen to them because they say now they say the time frame na school now is long. That's not idleness. Also education and you understand. Then second thing we talk about toilet and water. The Ministry of Education, before they give license even to private school, then they go check the quality, then they check the hygiene about the schools. Hell no. Then just go they pay them, give them a brown envelope under, they get a license and go to school. They know they monitor the schools there. If you don't monitor government school, I go monitor private schools. And listen, the only two ways Sierra Leonean get for stand up for now, let this government show we who say they don't go with money. The money already don't thief. Where they never build no better school, no better education, no hospital, no nothing. Look at people and they suffer. You sickness already, they die for nothing. If you sickness already, they help you. These people they're not come for work. I don't know what thing the problem with Sierra Leone. We don't take politics. Well-on politician. They support the good over evil. We know do that now they support the evil over the good. Who now they suffer and salon so now. Then if you say to some of the outside, if you say they within a heaven, not in a heaven, no, walk with the walk. Like donkey follow make when sweet. That they within at the salon, they will follow these same people they wake up for cargo in there. These guys are not there to work. We waiting how they talk, so they talk for the interest of the country. But they're not there for listen we. The only reason we're in that country they say call us a ruler or leader. And for rape, thief, loot. They don't loot the whole country money. But no worry, we get a list of all the lands where they buy in England, Gambia, Ghana, we know all things. The guys will get the list. Then go give you the money, then they pull the money. We teach them where they die, where they suffer, and so brother and sister when they languish. That country because of wicked and evil government. I know, I get respect for you people. They make like a program. I can just caution, just to take my time, the flow with you. But the truth is, we need to rise up to this government where they don't go to money, let them pull them, but people and they suffer. They know they can't go reap all the country money, then go run away, go hide that they live and that life where they don't ever live that life because they want to reap the country money. Me are not depend on politics. I don't get patrol the support. I don't get register. I don't want to vote. But the truth way Canada country they go talk. That go sweet is sweet. That not sweet. You go see am say some people let me don't they complain, but no me give the yes. But now look begin give the yes. Thank you, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Bex. Yes, caller, what would they talk to?
Triple A, this is not concerned citizen. I did dupa.
Good. You get 3 minutes.
I take go thank you. Triple A, the educational system in our country. This is not concerned citizen. I call from Virginia, the United States. Triple A, my brother, country salon where we depend so right now, the situation, education is necessary. But me would na so this school year we open so I feel am because the village will be sponsor last year we I send school supplies for each and every school picking. We done in a big relief for the comrade. The comrade all what them don't know now for so uniform for them picking them on a school. The foundation make sure say we give each and every school picking bag, school supplies in there, pencil, ruler, up to sharpener. We give them. They're so appreciative. This trip here, I not be able to do one, but I feel am because I not get sponsor, but at the same time I don't out of me will. Tripoli is sorrowful. If he good education all day inside the city, for let they able to get good schools, sit down in now village don't able to get good education. Even the village safe, the teachers them, no not pay them. Me last year, I me pay them out of my pockets. I pay them say, do ya let them pick and they go to school. Out of them teaching, they do the teach. Now one green teacher, now ain't get pin code. Now the whole school. Go. Yeah, you take your picking, you can't go to Lebanese school. You take down by can't go to international. You take down by can't go to Limount. Some of you be fortunate because people are able to pay for which school fee for we learn Africa. And me go Canada, able to get them sympathy because I don't see me comping them when I'm not able. Me, I come at drag, I even send for their school fee. I pay for them back college fee where I left them because I know some of them is struggle. The leaders them, I know they try for we. I don't know. Here we don't pick it, I don't suffer. In the back, I don't know if they get for Kaibu for survive. That's the next coming generation now. If you then they suffer them picking and they not able to give them the good quality education which they deserve. They deserve them. But then they take the young picking and they send them in London, send them in America for Caland. Believe me, there are not going to be any successful education to them picking the center. Because you know what thing? Come for them. This God, you know, they sleep. They are very brilliant picking them. See? And they're not able to pursue. Do now. We don't tell they pray. We don't pray. God no go can down. Now we for change we self. If the leader is unable for change we, other people back inside. They don't try. Other one they back inside, but don't do the parties. Things where are born. Joy, education, and your land. Now we can what we call be talk about. Say we can they give teacher the evaluation. Of course, yes. Yeah, for every semester. They send you say let evaluate them. They send the link number to you. Evaluate you, teacher will teach you. But free talk, teacher will are you able to evaluate teacher? Which teacher and salary you're not able to upkeep in your family. Unless teacher able for big pamphlet before able to get what thing they do. So the system is not structured. Politics now develop with salon education. Without that, we can't even make it. Thank you very much, Sipuli.
Thank you very much, caller. I want to say thanks to all you on the way call and be part of the program. I so go wrap today on. Picking and don't complain to the president. The president self said, oh, yeah, then go get to the conversation. We hope say things change. From now for go further. But tomorrow, we get a discussion now. Who you come, you go know what you want to talk about. Tomorrow, I will say yourself they put on the spotlight. Go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. And so Triple they say. Thank you, Mosdi. Thank you, Bintu Sama. I see some people. Jack Jones, thank you for the stars. Bella Kuruma, thank you. I look for the other one, then back over they go on. Thank you to all the one that will give stars. And if you say the stars don't die, but you know die a day. Till we meet again, Triple say, Tata.